Welcome to CITAM Church Online on this sixth video on our series, The Cry for the Boy Child. My name is Jotham Munene from CITAM Mombasa, and you're welcome. What is the state of men's ministry in church? And I don't mean the men's gathering together for fellowship. I mean men's involvement in the ministry in the church. How is it in the 21st century in today's church? I think you'll agree with me that even though there are still very many men at the top leadership, but when you look by and large at the ministries of the church, they are dominated by the women. Men are very few. All you have to do is to look at a praise and worship team in many churches, and you will find perhaps 15 women and 2 men. And so you find that the men are not really well represented in the ministries of the church. Some people have wondered, is it that the church is not, does not have a conducive environment for men? Could it be that the church is feminine in its own setup? And that is something we may need to relook at in the church. Things like the ambience, things like the decor around the church, things like the program, the type of music. Is it all appealing to feminine gender? People have asked that. But again, the men are involved mostly in the planning of these things. So how is it that it tends not to favor or at least appeal to them? Of course, then as men who are involved in church leadership, those are areas we need to look at. So I have also observed that many ministries are now being led by the ladies. Not that there's anything wrong, but we need at least equal representation on the part of the men. Part of the reason men are not involved is fear. So fear is a tool that the enemy is using in the church to keep the man out of the ministry. So he's killing the ministry in the name of being shy, in the name of being afraid, in the name of being, I just want my space, by saying that let me just come and worship. I don't want to get too involved. I'm already too involved the rest of the week. But did you know that men can teach Sunday school and teach very well? And if the men are not there, who's going to teach your children? By the way, if anybody has sons and daughters that are going to Sunday school, it is my firm belief you should get involved, either as a helper or a teacher, at least once in a while, or at least get involved in the planning, in the other activities that are involved in the talking about the curriculum. You cannot just dump your children and leave them with people and just go and enjoy yourself 52 Sundays. I think men can prepare communion. I've seen them do it. So there are these activities that we think belong only to women. As I said, I think men can play instruments. Women can also play instruments, by the way, but men can also sing. And we need men in the singing ministry. Men can do, of course, traffic. They can do security. But they can do many other things that have come to be believed that they belong to women. Men can take mission trips and stop only giving money and sending other people. Men can be involved in actual going for the ministry. Why should they be involved like this? Because the boy child must see role models. The boy child cannot always be exposed to women leadership. They must see the men teaching, they must see the men leading the service, they must see the men in Sunday school, they must see the men in choir, they must see the men in drama, and not only the younger men, but they must see even the older men involved in the actual ministry of the church. That way, they'll begin to also anticipate and desire to do that. Actually, I remember very well myself. One day I was sitting in a church, and this gentleman, he was a younger man, not younger than me, but a bit younger than the rest of the leaders in the church. And he was in high school, A-levels to be specific. And I saw him preach. And I actually began thinking from that moment, I would love to stand like that man. So please take a risk for the sake of your children, for the sake of the boy child, and do something. Get involved. Talk to your pastor. Tell them how you can be involved. Don't wait to be called. Come up with ideas, with the things that you can do. And I'm sure if they don't agree with one of your ideas, they will agree with the second one. Women are actually asking for male leadership. Let me end with a story of a judge in Israel. Her name was Deborah. Now, this is found in Judges chapter 4. Let me read from verse number 6. Then she sent and called for Barak. Now, Deborah is a woman, Barak is a man. You know, Barack Obama, for example, Barak. Barak, the son of Abinoam from Kadesh in Naphtali, and saying to him, has not the Lord God of Israel commanded, go and deploy troops at Mount Tabor, take with you 10,000 men of the sons of Naphtali and the sons of Zebulun, and against you I will deploy Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and this multitude at the river Kishon, and I will deliver him into your hand. And Barak saying to her, if you will go with me, then I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go. So, this is what Deborah said in verse 8. I will surely go with you. Nonetheless, there will be no glory for you in the journey you are talking, for the Lord will sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. She is saying, I want to see the man take his role. I don't want you to coil back and start saying, I can only go if the woman leader leads us. By the way, the other area we must see men, is also in the area of prayer and intercession. You can't say that's a feminine type of thing. No, men must get involved and they must accept leadership and they must stop running away, because Deborah is going to say, okay, I will go, but then you will not receive the reward because you refuse to take your place as a man. So I think that if we take seriously our role, and not to push women aside, but be available, be there. Even if women are leading, support them. Don't leave them alone and just come out to church late and appear there. But be there, be involved in ideas, be involved in ministry, be involved in doing the work that needs to be done so that the boy child's image and hope and anticipation for ministry is not killed because of our lack of involvement. Thank you for watching. My name is Jotham Munene from CITAM Mombasa. And by the way, CITAM Mombasa is located on Greenwood Avenue in Nyali, near Nyali Police Station. We want to ask you to respond to this video. If you have a comment, if you have a question, if you need prayer, or if you need some counseling, just drop us a line through the social media platforms below. Thank you.